Beautiful beings, welcome back. This is Balancing Eternity. I'm just breathing. This is DMT versus meditation. What are the differences? There isn't any, honestly. And I want to share with you a message. This is my truth. This is my honest representation of DMT versus meditation. Where do I begin? They're the same thing. Different doses, you could say. I just came back from a meditation and I was doing a Vipassana where we bring awareness into everything. Vipassana meditation is about blending concentration with awareness or wisdom. So a great way to start is to do a body scan from head to toe. Start at the crown and work your way down. And you just scan with your awareness all across every square inch of your entire being. Just scanning layers and layers and layers and layers until you can bring awareness with the focus of really investigating and finding the truth. Vipassana means seeing the truth of things, seeing the truth of your body. And as we know, our body is a reflection of the external body. Awareness or yoga union is bringing together the whole. So Vipassana meditation that I just practiced gave me a really good dose of DMT because it's endogenous. It's within you. When you take DMT from the outside, you are essentially eating an Easter egg of what is to come on the inside, because it is on the inside, okay? Everything is inside of you. If you truly know that you are energy and you know that you are made of the same stuff that everything else is made of, star stuff, how come we don't feel like it? This is DMT versus meditation. When you meditate within eternity, you realize that there is no boundary between you and other, between self and another. There is only the illusion of separation, which is the grandest Mahamaya, the greatest illusion. And it's all about dancing between the two. So if you've had a DMT experience, make sure you meditate on that experience. Don't just take that as this God molecule realization that all is one. This is the medicine. Everyone needs it. That's just another conditioning that your ego is using to project your opinion onto the rest of creation. So DMT versus meditation is about a dance, almost like a staircase to recognize that it's the same thing. And so as I was meditating, I was doing a body scan. I felt called to open my eyes and to bring my awareness to the outside. Because this is about balancing. We can't stay on one foot for too long. We have to plant our awareness in the external and then the internal. Concentrate and then release, let go. Inhale. And exhale, so that we can learn the harmony between the two. So DMT, dimethyltryptamine, is a very powerful substance. It's created within you, within the body, and within the body of the external world, because they are Easter eggs to show you a way back to yourself, to union, to home. This is your home. I'm home. I'm on vacation. As you can see, I'm in nature. I'm surrounded by beautiful beings, beautiful manifestations of light, of energy. If you're a light worker and you're contemplating whether or not you should try meditation or DMT, this is your video, because this is how we balance eternity. I'm you, you're me, we're experiencing reality from a different I am, a different awareness, a different perception of the reflection of all there is. So just dance with it. No one thing is the key to anything, because all keys open all doors when you open yourself to the possibility that DMT is meditation, meditation is DMT. Because what's the goal of meditation? Meditate on this. What are we meditating for? Inner peace, stillness, cosmic intelligence, union with the divine, pure sensory enjoyment, the ability to bring sensory enjoyment to more of your life, to bring mindfulness to your life. This reminds me of a great saying where if you meditate, it's like you're building a boulder, a big boulder. And this boulder of awareness can grow in the stillness of meditation. And then when you go out into the matrix, into the real world, the 3D reality of jobs, relationships, traffic, stress, all of this craziness that we call everyday reality, we chip our boulder in half and we take it with us. And then when we enter a restaurant, let's say, we cut that in half into a smaller rock. And then through every conversation, we chisel away into awareness into these pebbles that we sprinkle on everything, bringing this awareness, this truth, this felt presence of I am experiencing this, Satcitananda, that which is right here, bliss. And you can't have one without the other. You can't have DMT without meditation. You can't have meditation without DMT. You can't have awareness of the current felt present experience unless you have no experience, which is what DMT can offer you. Especially 5-MeO DMT. On my 5-MeO DMT, which is also called Bufo alvarius, or the secretions of the Sonoran desert toad, you essentially take a rocket ship to the peak experience that meditation can offer you. Pure non-dual experience. There is no observer in that space if done correctly, if there is a correct way of doing it. So my personal experience, my first personal experience with 5-MeO DMT, I was in my room, which is all I know. It was white. I had this yin-yang symbol dangling from the ceiling as my totem. And this is something I really recommend if you are choosing to try psychedelics and theogens by yourself. I don't really recommend it. This isn't glorifying the use of psychedelics. This is just me expressing my opinion and expressing my vision on my experience with 5-MeO DMT to give you more information on how similar it is to meditation. So I was in my room. I had the medicine, or the molecule, the plant teacher, or the toad teacher, whatever you want to call it nowadays. And I wanted to develop trust. Intention is everything. So my intention was to develop a trust with the molecule to show me things that I didn't know. My cup was half empty. I allowed myself to be open to new possibilities, to release any preconditionings that were keeping me back from true liberation, from being my greatest version of myself, from growing. And so I surrendered and I inhaled the medicine, knowing full well of my intention of developing a relationship with this molecule and to trust it and to see the utility, the function that it can provide me. And immediately as I inhaled, it was a breath unlike any other breath I've ever taken in my life. It was pure love, unlike any kind of love I have ever experienced. And I'm not trying to glorify this substance. I'm merely glorifying the fact that I'm expressing the similarity between DMT and meditation, I felt pure cosmic love immediately as soon as I inhaled, because my reality started expanding. My circle of awareness started expanding. It extended beyond my room into all of my thought constructs I've ever built in this body-mind manifestation that I call Frasier. And it was almost if time deleted itself, and all of my thoughts, all of my perceptions, all of my ego, all of my character traits, like my name, my age, where I come from, whether I'm human, whether this is all an illusion, all of these thoughts completely became apparent, almost like I was floating and I was looking at the giant mega meme of my life. And unconditional love was just pouring into every single aspect of every single confusion, every single question, every single fear that I've ever had in my entire life was, it connected. It was yoga. It was union of every single philosophy, every single ideology, every single state of being and thinking and doing, all was in just one place. You could say this was the God molecule, because it was the awareness of God, the awareness of I am, the awareness of the universe experiencing itself through fresh eyes, through like childlike wonder. It was just, And then after a while, this laughter boiled up within me, saying, oh geez, I was so stressed at trying to develop a relationship with this medicine that I forgot that everything is medicine. It brought me to this place right here, right now, within eternity, within this ever unfolding unity of seeing I and I with everything. And it was absolutely beautiful. I just wanted to just laugh, and I just started laughing. And as soon as I started laughing, I opened my eyes and I saw my totem, my yin-yang symbol hanging from the ceiling. And I was like, okay. It makes sense. Everything makes sense. All confusions completely evaporated. I was essentially experiencing reality through the eyes of truth, through no confusion. And ultimate truth is no truth, because when truth expands to everything, there is nothing that's true. It's like a fish not having a concept of water, because water is all it is in. And so when this God realization happens, God dissolves into just an isness, a beingness. And there is no one to realize it, because it doesn't need to realize itself. It just is. It's sort of like when you go to the bathroom and you say, oh God, I gotta take a piss. It's who's saying that? It's you're realizing that you need to take a piss, but you have to tell yourself this. And so this was the paradox of my descent back into the 3D, coming down off of the trip of 5-MeO DMT, realizing that, okay, the ego's here, it's here to stay, and it's checking myself, it's becoming aware of itself, it's trying to put a box around it, constructing the room, you could say. And the room came back, I came back, the feeling of I am, the feeling of Frasier, this duality, but the understanding, the wisdom of non-duality was almost omnipresent from that point forward. And that's why it's similar with meditation, how I described the boulder. And when you meditate and you really, really, really go deep into your meditation, your practice, not somebody else's practice, you use these tools, just like DMT is a tool, to come to a realization, to develop your own practice, what works for you. So in my meditation practice, I love Vipassana, I love Kriya. Kriya is the completion of your practice, which is making it your practice by letting go of all the other guides, all the other philosophies, all the other stepping stones that got you to the here and the now, and letting it go through concentration and release, through the inhale and through the exhale. And just this rhythm will come, this rhythm of student-teacher, listening and speaking, producing or consuming, this yin and yang, this positive and negative, God and the devil, this universal energy, this balance of eternity comes into being through your meditation practice. And by sharing my truth with you today, this video, I am becoming more aware of myself, because I can't know myself unless I choose to express myself and have it reflect so I can see myself. And that's how we balance eternity, baby. Woo! So, DMT versus meditation. It'll show you eternity. It'll show you how to balance yourself. And no one practice is the key to unlock whatever it is you're searching for, whether it is an escape from samsara, whether it's to hone your meditation practice, to maybe push through a barrier that you've put on yourself. I would smile at both as invaluable tools to get you to the state of being that you are most natural, or most happy, or most yourself, where you don't have to constantly judge or constantly compare whether or not where you're going is going to be better than where you were, because you always are and you always will be. So this is balancing eternity. This is DMT versus meditation. DMT is said to be found in the byproducts of your urine, and it's also found in the gut. They found it in the brains of rats, especially near death. That's also why meditation is so similar, or if not the same, to DMT, because it shows you death. It shows you death of the self. And when you are about to die physically, your body is said to release an enormous amount of DMT. And it's going to take your Atman and merge it with the Brahman. It will take your soul and merge it with the body of everything. And this is where release comes from. This is releasing all that you know, forgetting everything you know, baby, to invite knowledge of everything to come in. Once you empty your cup, you're thirsty, you're hungry. I haven't even had breakfast today because I'm willing to really express and to really drive home what DMT versus meditation is for me. So my cup is empty here, folks. I'm just expressing myself. I'm draining myself out so that I can welcome more information into my being. I'm learning every single day. I'm getting out into nature, reconnecting, touching the ground, smiling at everything, appreciating and having gratitude for the journey, because it's never ending. And it's a trip. Honestly, this is microdosing eternity with every breath. Oh, and it's okay. It's okay to get silly. It doesn't have to be a concentrated journey all the time. That's grasping. Know when to release. Know when to be a student. It's okay to be a teacher, because that's how we learn. And it's okay to be a student, because that's how we teach others how to be welcoming and appreciative of new information to come into your field. This is a paradox. This is a loop. There is no beginning and no end, baby. So you can actually take DMT anytime you want through concentration. You need to con yourself into tra, the tool, to liberate yourself. That is what Tantra is. This is how you expand your awareness using the vehicle of concentration. So, in other words, when you're chewing your food, are you actually chewing your food? This is what DMT does. It deactivates the default mode network of self-referential thinking and gets you into the present moment experience. If you already are an ascended master, DMT won't do anything for you. It won't do anything. I've taken mushrooms before when I was in a state of fasting, becoming lighter, becoming the light. Took mushrooms, did nothing. It didn't do anything. I already had the perfect balance of 4-HCO DMT, I think, is the active ingredient, psilocybin. And so when our neurochemistry is already in a state of balance, when you input more into your field, it won't come in. And so when you're chewing your food, are you actually in that experience, or are you in your thoughts? Are you in the past or the future? Are you anxious about whether or not you're eating too much, or what you're going to cook for dinner tomorrow, or taxes, or this project that you're thinking of doing, or that you're wondering if it's going well, or if you should be doing it better? And all of these thoughts that keep pouring in that we identify with. This is the id, as Freud says. It just wants to grasp onto things. Let go. Let go. Allow yourself to be in the experience of chewing your food, of drinking your water, of breathing your air, so that you can release DMT. And this is your meditation. I love you, in Lakesh. I hope this video helps. If you like my videos, please help me by liking and subscribing. I'm just getting started, baby. This is me sharing, and I want to touch more topics like this. And so you can help me by providing me more appreciation and gratitude for all that I'm doing, because I'm really stepping outside of my comfort zone. This is my shadow work, and I want to bring it all into the light, baby. So I appreciate you, and I hope you're taking care of yourself. Self-care is caring for others. How you treat yourself is how you will be treated. Say it with me. I treat myself beautifully, honestly, because life is a journey. It's a beautiful journey. It truly is. This is what I know and what I say. Am I getting in my own way with the thoughts that I say because it's just providing more layers of conditioning in front of me to peel through? I'm putting the veil in front of me as I'm trying to dig through. This is almost insanity. We can do this now. Now is the only time. There is no future. There is no past. This is the illusion. Now is the only time you can let go of all of your conditionings and just let the universe fuck itself with present moment experience, every single moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. Mantra. It's all mind. And the vehicle, cha, is to get you back into the middle, which is always changing. So that, as you can see, this is a thought experiment. I hope this helps. And just be you. I love you. In Lakesh. Celebrate it. It's amazing.
Yeah.